Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of June 6th through 12th of 2022. So, let's see. Your cards are, oh no, they're starting to come now. They were a little slow to start with, but here we go. Okay, and so we'll get the next three cards out. And in a minute, apparently. Okay, so one of the things with angels is they use their own timing, right? That so the angels that we talk to have never been in human form. Anyone that you are talking to who has been in human form is, perhaps a guardian and perhaps, definitely a spirit, perhaps a spirit guide, but they're not actually an angel. Right? So there is a common misconception about that anyone who has passed on, who went to heaven, becomes an angel. And that's just not true. The angels are the angels. And they have a totally different energy from the human energy. So an angel, having never been human, has no ego. Right? Somebody who is a spirit or spirit guide retains some of their ego, some of their humanness, their personality, their quirks, those kinds of things. They retain that. But so an angel doesn't have any of that. Therefore, they do not judge you. They don't have any opinion as to whether you're, good or bad, right? Their only goal is to help guide us. And that is their value to us. It's beautiful. They love us unconditionally, and we barely know what that even is, right? So anyway, okay, that was an aside. Okay, so let me just have a look at your, okay. So there's two cards. The first two cards of both decks have the same word on them: retreat. Retreat. Now, the turtle, the message is a little more. Stop trying to make things happen, something happen. It's like you're just trying too hard and you're creating resistance. And so what you're actually doing, instead of bringing that closer, is pushing it further away. Right? You get that? When you really get like obsessive about something, oh, I really want this to happen, I need, and you're thinking about it all the time and it's constant and you can't drop the subject even in your own mind, then you're creating resistance. Instead of attracting it, you are repelling it. So, the more you can just take a breath and relax, give it to the angels or to God or to Source or to Universe or whoever, whatever your language is, right? Give it away. That obsession with making something happen. You don't need that. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your situation. In fact, it actively harms your situation. So when you can, think of what, I guess to start with, you think of the problem, right? But then when you focus upon a solution and ask for that and you upload it, basically, you hand it up and you say, this is what I'm looking for. Thank you. And be filled with gratitude. Feel the way you feel when it actually becomes yours, and be done. Be done with it. Now you can do that, like once, twice a day. Have 10 minutes or so where you fantasize about how great that's going to be when it gets to you finally. Other than that, just be confident that it's being looked after. That's all you need to know. And so this other card also says retreat. This one actually means something slightly different. This one is like you taking a break, having a rest. Maybe, so the recommendation here is to be alone and just have some calm, quiet thought time, right? Like it's meditative. whether you're actually meditating or not, whether maybe you're in the woods, but like I'm hearing a trickling stream, that kind of thing. It's very peaceful. It's very loving. It's very calm. And that is the kind of retreat they're looking for you for now. It's like everything's been a little overwhelming, right? So just back up a bit, take some breaths, and retreat. Be alone, recharge, be happy, be grateful. All those beautiful things. Okay. Now, changes are happening in your life. Now, any life that does not have changes is a very stagnant life, there's no growth happening, right? What does this say? Adaptability. Yeah. So when you're having no changes, it's really a stuck place. And so the changes are an excellent thing. It's like, you know, if you look at the whole seasons of the world, things are always changing. Always. If you look at your own physical body, things are always changing. Your hair is always growing. Your fingernails are always growing. Your body moves differently from one day to the next. All those kinds of things. Everything changes. The key for you is to be able to embrace those changes and to feel good about those changes. To trust that anything major, you know, like not like hair growing and things like that, but that anything major is happening for your benefit. It's happening for you. And it will always lead you to a better place. That's your job, is to be able to go with the changes instead of to resist them. That feels like kind of like this message in a way, not creating resistance, right? To let things happen as they happen. You know, certainly you can choose some of the changes. You can choose some of what happens in your life, and you can create that by using your power of attraction, thoughts, and feelings and all that stuff. What you cannot do is stop it. I mean, stop things from changing, right? So, and you wouldn't want to. Honestly, that would just be the worst thing. That would end life, right? So as things are changing, try to train yourself. It's like you know, in the past, changes have happened in your life that you were not happy with in one way or another. And so there's this residual like fear or whatever, something like that, that stops you from wanting change. You're kind of like, well, I finally got this the way I like it, and now it's going to change again? Like, and I don't want that, right? But not everything has to change. But some things always will. So the discernment required to know which changes are you know, necessary, and which ones you don't really have to do. Like, you don't have to change your hairstyle when you go to the hairdresser. I got hair on the mind, obviously. Mine is just growing, and I'm letting it just grow, and we'll see where this is leading. Anyway, that's totally beside the point. But so the changes that come about in your life are good things. And so your job is to embrace them and to just trust. So that's your next card here, is to trust that those changes are in your favor, right? And that they will lead to better and bigger things, and that you will enjoy it. And so, you know, your enjoyment of it, your embracing of it, comes about when you can, sorry, it got lost. The message comes through, and sometimes they're so fast that I can't say it loud enough or quick enough. That's frustrating for me. So when you can trust that things are going your way and that you can just simply wait and see how it turns out instead of being stressed every time something changes. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? I'm not sure I'm saying it the way, like, they're not giving me words. They're just kind of giving me these vague feelings, right? So hopefully that came through okay. Let me know. All right. Now, there is something here about forgiveness as well. And it seems to me we've talked about this before. And you're certainly not the only sign this week that has received a card like this, a message like this. The forgiveness is for you. When you're forgiving somebody else, it's because you want to be at peace. It's not because you're liking what they did or not doing, whatever. It's because you're determined to be at peace for your own self. And when you have not forgiven somebody, that is not peaceful. It's judgy. And judgy doesn't feel good. I mean, you can feel like you're, pretty defensive, like you have to justify why you think that they didn't do that right or whatever. But the bottom line is it doesn't help anything. And feeling judgmental is not, like, it doesn't feel good at all. So don't do it. I know that's really simplistic and probably over simple. Sometimes what people have done are truly horrid. But it's what they've done. And you don't get to control that. You can control you. You can control how you feel about what they've done, whether you choose to forgive or not. And it can be all at once, or it can be a little at a time as you learn for yourself how to do that better. Like with some people, you do that right away, really quick. And with other people, not so much. So you chip away at it a little at a time. Okay? And as you can do that, you will feel your whole new self emerging. This is part of the changes that are happening in your life. You are growing. And you are getting better. Like, nothing wrong with you in any state or stage. But you feel yourself growing and emerging and becoming and turning into the absolute best version of yourself that you've ever been. And that is amazing. Beautiful. Okay, so here I've got the daily guidance cards, and let's just see what's one last piece of wisdom that your angels are showing you today for this week. And we'll give it another shuffle. We'll just, there, okay. Which one is this? Okay. There's two that have come out, and they're saying use both of them. So the same message here, opportunity to forgive. Every moment is an opportunity to forgive because you're the one choosing it. You can choose any moment. Do it soon. It helps you. You feel better. And what do you desire? We talked about this a little bit with being adaptable and looking for change and things like that. And with the stop trying to force something to happen. What do you want, though? Visualize that in full Technicolor. And I just dated myself there. Anyway, visualize that in full color and with all the feelings and with all the smells and all that deliciousness. And put yourself into that situation. And then make it what you want. Yeah, feels so good. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. I love you and I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time.